Welcome to The Point of No Return, the series that journeys back to the pivotal moments and key figures of history. Today, in episode 14, we turn our attention to the women who braved the unknown, the founding mothers of Quebec. The year is 1634, and for a young Frenchwoman named Helene, the shores of New France represent not just a new land but an entirely new existence, one defined by relentless struggle and remarkable resilience. Stepping off the ship that carried her across the vast Atlantic, Helene Desportes finds herself in a world utterly alien to the bustling streets of Paris she left behind. The first child born in the settlement of Quebec, she was one of many, along with her parents, who were forced to return to France after the infamous Kirk brothers captured the settlement when she was very little. Here, in the fledgling settlement of Quebec, survival is a daily battle, and the most immediate challenge is hunger. She had probably forgotten what it looked like. Or maybe not. The long, brutal winters choked the land in snow, making the brief growing season a frantic race against time. The community's diet is a precarious mix of cultivated crops like peas, corn, and squash learned from their indigenous neighbors, supplemented by whatever the men can hunt or fish. But when the hunt is poor or the harvest fails, the specter of food scarcity looms large. Helene learns to stretch every resource, to preserve summer's bounty by drying vegetables and smoking fish. Every meal is a testament to foresight and hard work, a constant negotiation with a landscape that gives its gifts sparingly. The gnawing emptiness of a lean winter is a fear she must learn to live with, a silent companion in the cold nights. Beyond the physical hardship of hunger is a profound and crushing sense of isolation. Quebec is a tiny island of French culture in an immense wilderness, separated from home by an ocean that takes months to cross. For Helene and the handful of other women, this isolation is twofold. They are cut off from the families, friends, and familiar rhythms of life in France, with letters arriving only once or twice a year, if at all. Within the settlement itself, the vast, silent forest presses in on all sides, a constant reminder of their smallness. The nearest neighbor might be a difficult trek away, and the close-knit support networks that defined village life in Europe are gone. Friendships are forged out of necessity and shared struggle, but the loneliness, especially during the long months when the St. Lawrence River freezes and traps them completely, is a heavy burden to bear. The howl of the wind through the pines becomes the soundtrack to a life lived on the very edge of the known world. For the women of New France, the act of giving life was fraught with mortal danger. In an era before modern medicine, childbirth was a perilous event even in the established cities of Europe. Here, in the wilderness, it was a terrifying ordeal, with no trained doctors and only the shared, often limited, knowledge of other women to rely on. Every birth was a gamble. Helene watches her friend face labor with a mixture of hope and dread. Infection, hemorrhage, and exhaustion claimed the lives of both mothers and infants with heartbreaking frequency. A healthy birth is a cause for community-wide celebration, a small victory against the ever-present threat of death. For these women, bringing the next generation into the world was their most critical contribution to the colony's future. Still, it was a duty that demanded the ultimate sacrifice from far too many. The small, simple graves that multiply in the settlement cemetery are a somber testament to this harsh reality. The very land itself is an adversary that must be tamed before it can provide sustenance. The dream of a family farm begins not with a plow, but with an axe. Before a single seed can be planted, the dense, ancient forest must be cleared. While the heaviest labor of felling massive trees falls to the men, the work is only. Helene joins the effort, dragging branches, burning brush, and pulling stubborn roots from the earth. It is backbreaking, relentless toil that leaves hands raw and muscles aching. Clearing a single acre can take a family months, even years. This struggle against the wilderness defines their days from sunup to sundown. It is a slow, arduous process of carving out a space for themselves, transforming the wild forests into fields that, they pray, will one day feed their children and secure their place in this new world. The lives of Helene Desportes and the first women of Quebec were a testament to the limits of human endurance. They faced hunger, isolation, and constant danger, not for glory or wealth, but for the simple, powerful hope of building a future in a land that demanded everything from them. Their resilience was the bedrock upon which New France was built. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the past. Be sure to subscribe to The Point of No Return for more stories about the figures and events that shaped our world. Until next time, keep exploring.